great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Chargers 0.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2, Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Raiders 21, Chargers nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 22, Herbert. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Justin Herbert going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Raiders 21, Chargers 7.
Okay, right? Black open. Red, no, green.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Tua. Touchdown! Colin Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chargers 7. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing it back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him in an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 162 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Chargers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready.
Tua now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. the 43-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Tua finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, here's Tua. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a give running left is Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Complete to running. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key in because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Las Vegas touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So how about that as an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down, really put them behind the 8 ball.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Two and now, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. He He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Heady
on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Herbert off of play action. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On the give, this is Eckler, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Herbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached. Because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Herbert to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Slot man moves right. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down. Trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted. And they did.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
Herbert going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
To throw is Tua. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.